right, so when we're looking at push patterns, we have two basic positions or directions. So we have a horizontal push, which is going to be here. So that's your push up, your dumbbell press, things of that nature. And then we have a horizontal press where we're going overhead, and that's going to be your shoulder pressing. So more often than not, we're going to be thinking about this horizontal alignment. So I'm just going to start talking in terms of push up, but keep in mind, all we're doing is looking at biomechanics for a push. So it's going to be the same if you're at a bar using a dumbbell or any other piece of equipment. So starting out, looking at hand position. So instead of getting out wide and having the elbows wing, which can be a little tough on the rotator cuff, I tell people to start at shoulder width, and then if you go about one hand width wider, that's going to put you in a good position to do your push-up. Now, if angles are a little bit easier, right now I'm at 90 degrees at the armpit. If I come down to 45 degrees and then simply bend my elbows, that puts me back in the same position. So either way you get there. What we don't want are the elbows winging way out. Now, the second thing I look at is range of motion. So what I don't want to do is end up with the elbow way back behind the shoulder. So from here, I don't mind if the elbow just breaks it, but then go ahead and come back up. That extra range as we go through, we're not really adding much more value to the chest component or the push strength component. We're putting a lot of stress on the shoulder. So anytime your elbow gets behind your shoulder, shoulder's pitching forward. So the bicep tendon runs through the shoulder joint, it's getting a little bit of pressure on it, and then the rotator cuff's coming in from the backside and kind of hanging on for dear life. So I don't get into these positions with anything that we do. So if I'm looking at a push-up, I'm going to come down, just break parallel, and then drive right back out. When I finish, shoulder blades are apart, and I can allow them to come together as I move up. So those guidelines are going to apply. Again, doesn't matter if you're using a dumbbell press and you're on a ball, you're on a bench, doesn't matter what it is, or if you're using some sort of machine like an upright press, or if you're just going into your basic push-up. And then nothing changes when you go into unilateral. So all of that alignment's the same thing. All you're going to do is use one arm instead of two. So really make sure you keep that width in mind so you're in the proper range. Don't let the elbows wing out. And then really important, don't let your elbow get too far past your shoulder, just so we can help maintain your shoulder health down the road.